Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Ethereum Classic's price chart. And if you remember in the previous video when we were around this area, the idea was that this move up can continue a little bit more, but overall it might be into the C leg of this whole ABC, either a running or maybe even an expanded flat, depending on whether we are going to take this high or not. So what happened? We did continue our move up, but the question is, has something in here changed? Okay, here's the answer. At the moment, not really, but if we are actually going to do something special in here, I think soon it's actually going to be time. Why is that? Now I'm going to change some waves and argue this point was actually the end of this wave 5. Followed by that, I believe we can all safely assume that this is a beautiful ABC zigzag. And what is happening from here? I'm thinking probably this is a wave 1, correction for 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. And well, in here we can have two different counts. Scenario number 1 suggests that maybe this is an ABC zigzag, meaning we are having a correction off of the lowest low and not an impulse, suggesting our move down is not over. And from these areas, we can have soon a very strong move on the downside in order to take the lows in here about $16. Scenario number 2, on the other hand, suggests that maybe the bottom is already in on Ethereum Classic. And for example, this is a wave 1, correction for wave 2, strong 5 wave up into wave 3, and we may see soon a correction for 4, followed by even another move up into wave 5. Now, in Ethereum Classic, I think is decision time. If we are bullish, and maybe I am wrong about putting the bearish count in my primary case, okay, what we want to see in here is a consolidation pattern followed by yet another move up. And right in here, trust me, most likely it's not going to be a long opportunity, no, because after a 5 wave up, even if we are bullish and the final low is already in, what are we going to have? You know the answer, a correction structure on the downside. So if we do happen to get this thing, I'm just going to wait a little bit more until we get a meaningful pullback. And at that point, okay, fair enough, I guess it can be a long opportunity. But at the moment, I think in Ethereum Classic, it's just not the time to go long or short. We need to just sit this one out and wait a bit more and see which scenario are we going to choose in the short term. And I think you are going to have your answers in the next 48 to 72 hours. Basically, the next time that we are going to do an update, I think we can have a better understanding of what is happening. So overall, if you want to be bearish on ETC, then from these areas, you want to see a strong move down, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, without a lot of overlapping of the waves, in order to, I would say, especially take this important slow down here about $16.6, because at that point, finding a 5 wave in this whole move up is going to be a very tough challenge, indicating the bearish scenario is happening. On the other hand, if you want to be bullish, okay, what you want to see is a very slow and choppy move down, and then another strong move on the upside in order to take the highs in here. And at that point, fair enough, I guess we can be a bit more optimistic in the short term. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Ethereum Classic's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.